Hello everyone, I'm Zath and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be my fall, October-November manga haul, which I just want to say I absolutely loved all the volumes I picked up this month. I started a few new series and I am so hooked, like immediately order several more volumes hooked. And unfortunately I'll have to wait for others because, they are currently being released. But hey, sit back, relax, because now, without further ado, let's get to this season's manga haul. Starting us off for this haul is a brand new series I stumbled upon, and I am absolutely enjoying this series. And that is Anjin Demihuman. I picked up Volumes 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4. Now, I know I read a lot of shonen and shoujo, but I'm always kind of looking for something, a little bit off the beaten path, and I really couldn't be happier that, I came across this series. Anjin is the story of a high schooler named Kai Nagai, who's one day struck by a bus and dies. Fortunately for him, though, and the plotline of this story, he is immediately resurrected and realizes he's an Anjin, this demi-human that can't die, basically. Anjins are kind of a rare phenomenon of the, humans, and most are captured and experimented on from their government. So that's not really good for him. Kei ends up escaping with his friend Kai, and then they come into contact with another demi-human named Sato. The story is definitely thrown for some intense moments, and this series is intended for a mature audience. There is a lot of violence that goes on, but I really enjoyed the color pages in the beginning as well. But I really enjoyed the story. The characters in here, they just seem like they don't react to anything over the top. Like, it's kind of believable of how they're responding to things. And the plotline really grabbed me. And unlike most stories, Kei is far from the selfish hero that we kind of expect from, most manga. He's actually quite a little selfish brat most of the time with his own baggage. And to tell you the truth, I kind of liked Kai more in the beginning. He had a cooler, look and just the more type of character that I enjoy from that. But the story, it's just been a really read, and I was kind of sad by the time that I got to Volume 4, and I learned that that was all I had, so I definitely need to rectify that in my haul. But I've been really enjoying this, like the story, the art, it's just pushing, everything forward, and I just want to read more, so I will be picking up a good chunk, hopefully, of this series this next month. And I don't read very many vertical titles, but man, what I do is really good. And I really like the artwork and just the cover design and just everything. This is a really nice release. So I will definitely be getting more of this series, and I can't wait. Next up is Moriarty The Patriot, Volume 1. I'm not a big Sherlock Holmes fan. Sure, I enjoy the time period and mystery, but the character of Sherlock was really never something I would call a favorite. However, this series doesn't follow Sherlock at all, at least not right now, but I'm sure you glean that from the title. Instead, we follow his eventual arch-nemesis, Moriarty. And I'm okay with that, to be honest, because I really loved this volume. The story gives us a backstory on how Moriarty came, where he came from, and where he will eventually end up, if the first page has anything to do with that. We were given some absolutely amazing backstory that sets the foundation of why he does what he does at the very start of this volume, combined with some great art and character design that flows beautifully. Showing how each plan gets executed and how the groundwork is laid is just so amazing. Most of you already know by now that I am a sucker for a good villain, especially one that you can kind of follow and it makes sense of why they're doing what they're doing. And this is the perfect manga for me, really. We get to see, how escapes are made, how the plans are done, how, people can be none the wiser for action that actually takes place. And I'm really interested to see how the story develops, especially when Sherlock gets into the mix, and how he'll kind of tangle with Moriarty's little gang that he's got established right now. But seriously, read the series if you're a fan of mysteries and reveals with a darker edge, because I've really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for the next volume. Next up is Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer Volume 17. At the start of this volume, Gotsuge wrote a message to her readers, and basically it said that while it's hard to read a story when your favorite characters are getting injured, that her story has entered deadly combat, and that she'd be seeing it through to its end. Reading this note made me feel like the mangaka really understood that while we readers are gonna experience pain, this was the story she wanted to tell, and I can respect that. I want to see the story that she wants to tell, and I know some of you may think that that's kind of a small thing, but I think it's actually important, because, it does show that she's really mindful of her readers, and but she's not really going to stop writing the story that she wants to tell. Volume 17 has to be one of my favorite volumes of Demon Slayer. This volume is so emotionally charged. It hits such powerful, blows, and really brought some things to perspective for characters that maybe people hadn't been thinking about in a while. One of the things I love about Demon Slayer, though, is that it really makes you believe that the world is constantly moving and time is flowing by. Characters you haven't seen in several volumes come back, and the feeling you had for them maybe changed or shifted into a new light. I have to admit, in the beginning of this volume, the emotional blow was pretty staggering. Again, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it definitely made me choke up. As you all know, I love this series, and some volumes can make me laugh, while others make me want to curl into a ball and cry. This emotional impact, it's one of the reasons why I really believe this manga is so successful. As always, I cannot wait to read the next volume, and I hope I am able to see that Mugen Train movie someday, hopefully soon. But looking forward to Volume 18, no matter how painful it is. Next up, we have Volume 3 of Prince Freya. The series has been one of the more enjoyable shoujo series that I'm currently reading. Every volume pulls me so much more into this story and its universe. And man, oh man, that drama, it's so good. The series really is so good. It's so intense, too. You really feel for, everyone, every character that they introduce. I cannot wait to read the next volume, especially because it's such another cliffhanger. All these volumes have such cliffhangers that really make you want to read the next volume as soon as possible, and I cannot wait till Volume 4 is released next year. Next up is Monster and Beast Volume 3. And oh boy, is this a mature warning label on this book here for good reason. So kids, look away, but for the rest of us adults, Volume 3 contains more of the bisexual disaster known as Liam here, as he literally seduces everyone around him, but really, who can blame them? Kavo remains super adorable in all of his scenes, and his facial expression, even for most of his face is hidden by hair. The manga does such a good job of putting in those facial expressions even with that. I was also pleasantly surprised that while we get some steamy scenes in here, there's a big plot reveal actually there to push on the story, and I think that's one of the good things about the series is the pacing is done so well. Nothing ever drags. We're always giving a little bit of information, and the plot's still moving forward, but we still have a lot to go. But it makes it interesting. You keep wanting to read more. So between that artwork, story, this is a great series, and I will be looking forward to Volume 4. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long into 2021 maybe, but definitely a good series to pick up if you're interested in this type of story, and I know I will await that next volume. Next up is An Incurable Case of Love, Volume 5. Honestly, I don't know what to say about this series at this point. This volume's another kind of standalone section with some, plot drama and some jealousy themes that have kind of been repeated in this series. I feel like any moment I could stop reading this and be fine, and yet I keep picking up another volume. Maybe it's just because it has adult characters and I'm compelled to support. Maybe it's the art, which is nice overall, but not great. I just don't know. But here's another volume down. I think this series ends in 2 more volumes, which will be a total of 7 for this series. So that's good. But yeah, just a very average read overall. Another new series to add to the mix is Cutie and Beast. This is a new story from Seven Seas about a professional wrestler and a girl who is his biggest fan. Overall, it's a really cute, lighthearted series. Though beyond the setting, it really doesn't provide anything different in the way of like a shoujo series. Still, I found the artwork enjoyable, and the characters are pretty adorable. So if you want your daily dose of sugar from your manga, definitely pick up this series. Next up, we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 6. I can definitely see why people like Gojo so much. I personally have enjoyed his character a lot, and it's pretty interesting to see the huge power gap over some people, because, man, that was a pretty cool panel. I don't want to flip to the back and spoil it, but I've really been enjoying the series. Even though the art's rough, it definitely fits, for the story that it's trying to tell. The battles are just so cool. I mean, look, the page spreads. It's funny because it balances, like, some serious stuff with some random, like, way out there. Like, there's this old dude that just busts out an electric guitar to do battles, and that was, very out there. But I'm really enjoying the series, and I cannot wait for the next volume. I haven't watched the anime yet, though, but I'll probably give that a try at some point. But I am definitely enjoying the manga and intend to collect more. Next up, we have Fullmetal Alchemist, the Full Metal Edition Volume 10, with lovely Armstrong on the cover. You guys know I love these hardback editions. They're so good. Obviously, Fullmetal Alchemist is one of my personal favorite manga. It's so good. The binding is all good. You always get, like, some color pages of Armstrong there, including the star. But yeah, great series, great release, and I will be picking up the remainder of this series when it's released. And lastly, we have H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountain of Madness Volume 1 and Volume 2. Though I enjoyed The Hound and other stories, I have to say I enjoyed this one even more. At the Mountains of Madness, it follows the disastrous expedition of Antarctica in the 1930s. And following some of my favorite tropes in the mystery exploration, it is rather dark. The art does a fantastic job of conveying the emotions and the horror that each character is feeling. From the ominous mountain ranges, like this panel, is just so crazy. It really conveys that feel to, like, the actual eldritch horror, that they come across. Spoiler alert. But all in all, if you enjoy Lovecraftian works, you'll definitely enjoy this manga series. And like I said, I did enjoy it more than The Hound and other stories, so I'd pick this up if you had to pick up one of them. But Tanabe does a great job with the artwork, so really, really enjoyed this, and I hope that they do more of these. Dark Horse had a really nice release of this, so I hope we get some more Lovecraft stories in the future. And that's going to wrap it up for my fall manga haul. So many strong titles this month. Like, I really had a blast reading them, and I hope some of you are enjoying these series as well. As always, if you have any opinions on these series, or any additional recommendations for a new series that I should pick up, let me know in the comments below. I'm Zath. Have a good day.